So I'm starting here on the country mile. I'm going to be driving through the lake and off to Chatham. So I just pulled in here to what used to be the old Pierre's, and I'm going to drive through the lake, but I thought it was important to show you the changes that are currently happening to a landmark institution in town, and that would be the Minuteman restaurant. It's been Minuteman in name only for the last couple of years because it was a barbecue restaurant the last couple of years. But there's new owners and they're doing some major renovation work. So I thought I would show it to you. So what you see is no longer a red building that was akin to a diner. I personally don't know what's going in there. I've heard some rumors. Some people have said it's going to be an Italian restaurant. And my first question is, well, what about the Italian restaurant Cafe Sapporo that is in the old Pierre's location? And they said, well, this one's going to have a liquor license. So that's all I know. Perhaps somebody in the comments section can enlighten me, but that's what I've heard. I only say that because I wanted to show you the building. And if I show you the building, people are going to say, well, what's going on? I don't actually know. So what you're getting is gossip. Self-declared gossip. I'm telling you, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think there's, I don't know, why would people lie? Why would people rumor? So this is the Sunday Driver series, and it is Sunday morning. It's 8:45 on a Sunday morning, but it's pretty chilly out. It's pretty chilly out. So let's just say I don't think anyone's swimming unless they're doing a polar plunge. I'm surprised I don't see anyone dog walking though. I mean, it's cold, but it's not that cold. It's kind of nice. It's not like, I think it's like mid to high 30s maybe. It's not that bad. I'm disappointed in the lake. I thought people were more fit out here. You got the nicest dog running in town. In case anyone's wondering, this isn't my neighborhood, but in case anyone's wondering, I can confidently say that Halloween on the lake is as strong as ever. It's so strong that it's almost inviting competition from other neighborhoods because it's so crazy here that people are like, oh my God, the parking. There's so many kids. Like, it really is crazy big here. The only place I know that's as crazy as here during Halloween is Maple Ave, or is it the street? Anyway, Maple, right by the town hall in Madison. That's almost as crazy because they block the road off and that's total chaos. I mean, you better get a garbage full of candy with all of the kids that show up there. But this is, Mount Kemble is pretty crowded. But you're starting to get competition from, it's not competition. It's like the competition between a hammer and a nail. It's not a competition, but you are getting people that go to like the Jenks, Blackwell, Sand Spring Road neighborhood where I live, and you are getting a lot of people that go there because they're just like, I can't have, there's too many people. But anyway, kudos to the lake for being a welcoming community, because it really is nice, because you know, you don't have to worry about kids getting run over. They could just go nuts, go crazy, go crazy. Sorry, no view of the water. See, the water still looks the same. It's the houses you guys probably want to see. Houses you want to see anyway. I was just thinking, I had a thought. Like, I've been thinking about doing the dash cams where, you know, I can change the angle of the camera, but I do have to drive. So in the spirit of, you know, hands-free driving, I can't really do that. But it would be nice to get a trusty assistant. Get my daughter out here, put her on the camera. Just do it manually by hand. Because that would have been nice to see the water, but I gotta drive. Man, I'm showing you a couple landmark institutions in town that are no longer. Washington, the Minuteman's still there. It's just they're making significant changes. Time marches on. But I should make them an offer they can't refuse. If you ever go back to the red, I'll paint an American flag on it like it's a red barn. If anybody has a red barn and they want an American flag painted on it, hire me, because I'm dying to do one. That's one of the few things I haven't done. I'm doing a chessboard. I paint courts, if I didn't mention this in the beginning and you haven't seen any of my other videos. I paint courts, pickleball courts, tennis courts, basketball courts, and I do a lot of logos and lettering and stuff like that. And so I've done some pretty cool jobs, but I'm doing a chessboard this summer, which is going to be fun. I can't wait to take pictures. I hope that God they don't make me sign an NDA. That's very frustrating when you paint a really, really cool court and they make you sign an NDA. No pictures, and I'm like, oh, come on, man. And when I work for celebrities and I can't tell anybody, I'm like, come on, man. But this is the other surprise. Look, I got to do this in a way where, all right, hold on. The tree is gone. You know that the biggin died. It died. Storm feels like the storm was maybe 6 months ago, but you know how time flies. It could have been 2 or 3 years for all I know. Time flies. I was hoping somebody would have done what they did with the Tuttle Oak in Madison, that tree that was in the center of Prospect in Madison, that they say George Washington parked his horse there. So they took that tree and they made it into thousands and thousands of Christmas ornaments and gifts. It's too bad somebody didn't cough up some money and do that for that. It would have been nice. It's going to be a long video today. I took the detour. Still working out this dash cam. If anyone has any suggestions, you know, watching it, if you actually watch these videos and you care, I'm open for suggestions. You know, it would have actually been faster for me to go through the swamp, but I already turned. And as I am apt to say, what are you gonna do? Not a thing. Going to look at a 30 by 60 pickleball court, backyard pickleball court. 'Tis the season to be painting pickleball. That was a bad parody. So the question is, question on everyone's mind. I shouldn't even be mentioning this, but I'm gonna, because I'm on Pleasantville and we're having a pleasant drive. What does it cost to paint a pickleball court? 30 by 60, between $4,000 and $7,500 is the going rate. I said it here first. No, I've said it many places. That is the going rate. Material's very expensive, and the difference in pricing is if you get somebody like me that does the work, owner-operator, it's going to be a little less expensive. If you hire one of these big court construction companies that has all of their vehicles and, you know, the crews and the equipment, and, you know, they're gonna bang you. They're gonna ding you for a lot more, and you're not getting as good of a job. You are not, because you're getting day labor rather than skilled labor. This tale is old as time. Tale is old as time. If you live or are from Harding Township, I don't need to tell you. You're a property manager. you're a general contractor. If you live in Harding, you are a general contractor, whether you like it or not. It's interesting talking to homeowners in Harding, Madison, whatever. You know, we're at Burnersville. It doesn't matter. We're all basically the same in the sense that we're all basically the same. But it's interesting sometimes speaking with homeowners, because who lives out here? You know, very successful people. And so I'm dealing with, you know, high-level corporate executives for the most part, super successful attorneys, and, you know, some celebrities and things like that, you know, that when it comes to court painting. So I get a kick out of it. I'm like, yeah, I negotiate with some of the most successful people in the world on a daily basis. I'll haggle with you. I actually don't haggle at all. I'll haggle on like the fringes. I'll haggle like if I was a painter and I was already up on a ladder and somebody was like, hey, can you knock that, you know, bird's nest off? All right. But if you're like, yeah, can you just clean the gutters on my... Hey, while you're up there, can you just clean the 5,000 linear feet of gutters? Yeah, just throw it in. I don't do that. Want a logo? All right, I'll throw in a logo. Anyway, tale as old as time, and you all know all about it. You know about it better than me. I'm actually surprised. I have said this. Not that homemakers cannot juggle children and a career. Of course you can. Everyone does it. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is there are a lot of women homemakers out here who choose to be homemakers while they're raising their children and their children are growing up. But I've always wondered why more homeowners, why more women don't transition into like home improvement sales or general contracting, because, I mean, you know everything. You've been doing it for 20 years, and some of you are pretty good at it. So I think like the default is real estate that a lot of them go into, but I think so many women would be awesome at home improvement sales or general contracting. Anyway, I hope I'm not treading into politically incorrect territory. I'm trying to be complimentary and telling what I think is the truth. So don't get mad at me. All right, so we have exited Harding a little while ago, and we are now in Chatham. Making a run for it. What's that? Oh, I was singing Steely Dan in another video. Right now I feel like singing Jackson Browne. Heading into the sun with the road rushing under my wheels. Are those the lyrics? Certainly not the melody or tone, but are those the lyrics? Heading into the sun with watching the road rushing under my wheels. I know the second part is right, but is it heading into the sun? Anyway, I don't know. I think I'm right. Gonna have to look at a map, or maybe the street signs on Shunpike will tell me, but when does it go from, so we're in Chatham, somewhere along the line it's going to be Madison, or is it just on the left side of the road that's Madison? I'm assuming, all right, that makes sense, because Castle Park is Chatham, Long Hill Chapel is Chatham. Why did I even have to think about it? But I figured it out in 10 seconds. So I'm heading to, like I said, look at a backyard pickleball court in Short Hills. Or is it leaving? Jesus, my borders are I'm getting thrown off by the borders. Anyway, but I'm heading to Pascarella Brothers. Well, I'm stopping in Pascarella Brothers. I make all my my food stops. I'm really route oriented. I'm route oriented, and I stop at friends' establishments. So if I'm working close in the Harding area and Madison area, I usually go to Green Village Deli. Sometimes I go to Hickory Tree Deli. But if I'm going to Essex County, and I'm taking Shunpike, I usually hit up Pascarella's if I'm eating out. And you also have to factor in what time places open. Pascarella's opens super early. I think they're one of the few people that open at like 4 or 5 o'clock. Don't quote me on that. But I feel like I've driven by there because sometimes I work on the other side of the Hudson, so I have to get an early start. And so as I don't wake up my family banging around pots and pans, and just scoot out, get something to go, get something for the road. Not sure what I'm going to get for breakfast today. I'm a little Taylor ham, egg, and cheesed out, so I feel like I gotta go I feel like I have to totally change things up. So I think I'm gonna go with bacon, egg, and cheese. Totally opposite. I'm gonna be like George Costanza in that episode with the sandwich. I'm going totally opposite. I like throwing little kernels into my videos like this because occasionally people will say and will comment like, "Yeah, I love the George reference," and I'm like, it lets me know that you watched the whole video. I love it. Somebody made a big deal about Van Halen because Van Halen, and other people have done this, but they made fun of Van Halen because they put in the contract that they didn't, one of the color M&Ms, like they wanted M&Ms and the dish couldn't have any green M&Ms. And so when they read the contract and it didn't say that, or they showed up to the venue and the M&M, there wasn't an M&M dish, or there was a dish with green in it, they said they knew the person didn't read the contract and they knew what kind of person they were dealing with. So they got heat for being petty, but it was really a business strategy. And I think it was David Lee Roth's idea. think. I don't know how Facebook is going to feel about a 26, 27-minute video. I know YouTube's not going to have a problem with it. But the Zuck man, he reached out to me. He said, we want original content, so here you go, buddy. You asked me for original content, and now you're going to put stipulations on it? Come on, bro. What's up with that? All right. Plug in another one of my friend's businesses. If you come into Pascarella's and you see Gino, you have to say, hey, where's Anthony? And if you see Anthony, you have to say, hey, where's Gino? And if he looks at you funny, just tell him I told you to do that. See you.